Let's get it, man. This is Dirty Solo. Shut them down radio. Shut them down radio.
What's good, bro?
It's good, bro. Feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love the energy, man.
Yeah, man, we got to keep that energy. You know, it's hip-hop in its purest form. So, Young Truth, man, talk to the people. You got a big release today. Got the floor.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Name is Young Truth. I hope everybody is getting an abundance of everything their heart desire right now. I know I am. Got the album release, You Are God. It's available everywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, and anywhere you love music. You know, just definitely tune into that. You know, it's like streets meet gospel or streets meet knowledge. It's kind of take a little bit of the chapter of, you know, the golden era where, you know, knowledge was actually dropped. And I'm trying to do it in a way to where, you know, the youth can understand it and it's not like, you know, overbearing. Because I know sometimes information could be overbearing. So I wanted to find a silver lining, and I really feel that I really strike gold. I really felt like I found the silver lining with this project here, man.
Definitely. Now, the cuts I heard is definitely hard. I like the bars. I like the cadence. And what producers you work with on your project?
Oh, yeah, yo, this is the amazing thing, man. That's why you got to invest in friends. Invest in friends.
Yes, sir.
It's the gym here. So all these producers on here, it's like my brothers and sisters. You know, I got a female producer on there. So I have Unleash the Beast, or Unleash on the Beat. She produced a song called Manifestation. I just wanted to shout out, you know, the female producers because there's not a lot of female producers out there. Yeah, and then I got my ace, J White Beats. He did 2 joints on there. He did Almighty and he did Conscious. Conscious got my boy Draco Fuego on there, and he's no longer with us. He fell victim of gun violence. He's my best friend.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Yeah, rest in peace
to him.
But I immortalized him on his album. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I immortalized him on his album just to give it that feel, just that whole You Are God feel, because, you know, one of my philosophies is that, you know, once you leave the physical shell, you know, that you eternal after that. You know, you live forever.
I agree.
So, you know, so I wanted to, you know, just give a ideal or personification of that, like a true feel of that. Like you can hear it, you can still hear his voice, you know, like he's alive in the flesh. So just definitely wanted to do that. I have YMGM. YMGM produced Proverbs, the Proverb track, and then I also have Bonafide Beats that produced the record I got with Smoke DZA.
Okay.
So and then I have the legendary Dan the Man. Dan the Man is, you know, we grew to be brothers. He's like a mentor to me. Older cat. He done produced various records for Big Pun. He also engineered on the Big Pun Capital Punishment album. Engineered for Lil Kim. Yeah. He's like a legendary dude, and I wanted him a part of the project because I know he have that ear for what albums need to sound like. And just kind of like, you know, polish up on that sound that I grew up on. Like, no, I'm not too old. I grew up in 87, but I grew up in a perfect time where albums still was rich. You know, you listen to the Wu-Tang classic joints. Like 36 Chambers was the first album I ever listened to. So just trying to capture that feel, and when albums actually felt like a movie, you know, and it actually gave you an experience. When I'm listening to this
in real
I feel
time.
like I'm on this. Yeah, you know, it and it seemed like something that you could actually sit with for a long time, you know.
I agree with you, bro.
I wanted to capture that feeling. And Dan the Man was the guy. Shout out to Chance. Chance was the lead engineer on this project. So I had 2 engineers. I had my boy, younger cat. His name is Chance. And the reason why I wanted to mix the old with the new, because sonically, the new engineers, sonically, they took things to a whole another level with the engineering. So if you listen to the project, you hear drops in certain places, and it just gives a certain, swing to it. But the old school engineers or the golden era engineers, they got it to where the EQ and the technical part, they really, dissect how music should sound. And I wanted both of those elements put together. So I worked with a younger engineer to, basically fine print and put everything in order, and then a golden era engineer just to make sure everything was leveled certain places, and just that sound, that crispy golden era sound, I needed that. So bringing them both together was like an amazing idea.
Yeah, I like that right there because, analog meets digital, and infusing two different things, like with the plugins and everything. And like you said, like, the nostalgia, and plus, what's new now. And plus, like you said, you fell into that time space, with Wu-Tang, Big Pun, seasoned veterans in the game. And I definitely could tell that, you really was going for the bars, and you were really expanding on a lot of different concepts, especially even with the Bible,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Yeah, man. I like my interpretation of it is amazing. Like, I grew up a Christian, but like most African Americans, we grew up, in Christian homes. But I just started to learn more and read more, become a student of life, and learn so many different ways of life. I stumbled a little bit into 5% Nation of Islam, which is like Nation of God of Earth. Then I stumbled a little bit into, like Horse Christianity, and then the actual Nation of Islam. So apart from the 5% Nation of Islam, the actual Quran, and just dipped into different ways. Buddhism was heavy into this project. You know what I'm saying? So I grew into a lot of that, and then, but one thing that I couldn't actually grasp was who I am. Like I felt like
I agree
all
with
these
you.
different things. Yeah, I couldn't feel me. Like, well, the 5% Nation of Islam was where I grew closer into actually knowing like who I am. You know what I'm saying? And it gave me power. And then
the structure.
The structure of it. The foundation. Say knowledge, wisdom, understanding, which I said in the song Almighty, started it off like that. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, culture, freedom. I got the power. I know you see it. So it gave me power, because the one thing that I was missing as growing up, I'm looking at all these other races, and I'm seeing that, they got power. Like, they got money, and a lot of our people got money, but it's like they
don't have the power.
They run things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, I want that. I need that.
Right. Definitely. We need that as a nation, coming from a Western society perspective, you know what I'm saying? And when you're indoctrinated with certain things and you don't see yourself in it, but even though it is incorporated with your story, and then when you start finding out what's what, and you start, indulging in a word, the true story. You know what I'm saying? You know who's who. You know who these nations is. You know who heathens is. You know who these people are. Land masses and stuff like that. And that's what I like what you did with Birth the Hustler. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like more of an exodus right now. Even with the hip hop, it's like it's at a crossroad. You know what I'm saying? It's like we do want to make an exodus. I mean, you see how the hip hop game is going. And we own the game. You get what I'm saying? But it's controlled by certain entities. You know what I'm saying? So I think you really elaborated on that track right there. You know what I'm saying? The whole concept and the structure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like stuck in captivity, trying to get up out of here. And the time is now. You know what I'm saying? So you drop some jewels. So definitely. Now, you come from Harlem. So
I'm actually born in Staten Island.
Okay, you was born in Staten Island. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but I grew up in Harlem.
Okay. So your influences came from Staten Island and Harlem. Is it really different? Because I know it's all New York, but I'm from Queens. But how did you see things, like perceive things, when it came to your music and life in general?
Yeah, a lot of my influences come from both. Like musically, it definitely came from Staten Island. My uncle who managed me, lived out there.
Okay.
Even when I left, he still was living out there. So, the music I came up on, like I said earlier, was just off of like that whole Wu-Tang vibe, just
Right.
just that whole sound. But when I moved to Harlem, around 5 years old, the one thing that I adapted was like the culture, like the whole vibe was different. They was like in Harlem, they was like flashy. They did a lot of cookouts. It was like the community was different.
It was more family
like
orientated. Right.
Yeah, like again, I was born like '87, so like I lived on Sugar Hill section of Harlem, and that's like a historical area, Sugar Hill. Like
yes, it is.
Yeah, and it was when I was there, like Rich Porter was still like alive around that time, and he would do like cookouts and stuff, like little big functions and different things like that. So I would see that, and then as time went by, that's when the Diplomats started to make their run and things like that. It was Dipset cookouts. We would go to like Rucker Park. Rucker Park was like right down the hill.
Rucker was huge.
Yeah, huge.
Back in the day.
Yes, I lived
the
on
games,
St. Nick,
tournaments.
between St. Nick and Amsterdam.
Oh, you was right there.
Yeah, between St. Nick and Amsterdam. So I go right down to 8th Avenue, right down to 110 steps, and just and get the culture there. Like in that time, you seeing basketball players. Like I done witnessed Kobe there. You'll see like the regular neighborhood heroes. Yeah, Gauchos, of course. Whenever it rained, we go to Gauchos to finish off the games and stuff like that. So like I was able like to see like the culture of it, and that's where I got like the cockiness and the style and knowing how to dress, getting that whole swag together from Harlem, and just even if you listen to the music, it's like the cocky talk. Even when I'm giving knowledge, it's like I'm delivering in a cocky, flashy way because I get that from Harlem, and that was just the influence. Just seeing that, like, and then you could see these guys in the neighborhood any given time. Like, you could walk on Lenox and then you run into anybody, that's like a Cam or a Jim.
Yep, Lenox Ave, all those places.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, so that right there was like a big influence for me. Just, even in my development and growing consciously, I always still added that savvy, that swagger that I got from Harlem.
Right. Now, definitely, you got a lot of music. You did a lot of venues, too. Watch the Hall, Santos Party House, Karma Lounge, Drome, New York, the Pyramid, Allure Nightclub. Now, with all of these events you did, how did you feel like far as, stage presence, performance, feedback? How did you feel way before, coronavirus happened?
Yeah. I mean, I felt good. Like, I really feel good because that's like my sanctuary, just being on the stage and interacting with the audience. Being able to do the call and response. When I say young, you say truth, and you hear the whole crowd truth, and all these different things. It's just a thrill to it. Like, it's a great experience. Like, I miss it. Like, coronavirus put me in a place where sometimes I'm in a lot. Yeah, I'm in a room playing music loud, grabbing a brush, and just still like in front of the mirror, rapping the lyrics and stuff. Because I want to have that feeling again, and that whole thrill was just amazing. I love it. One of my favorite shows was when I played that. Not Santos Party House was one of them. That's when I did that album release for Unwritten. But the most impressive one was what's this the venue again? It's on Houston. And it just slipped my mind.
What, SOBs?
Yes, exactly. SOBs. Thank you. Appreciate it. SOBs was like the best experience for me. The best experience.
And that's a hard crowd, bro.
Yes, it is. But the thing that makes it a little bit easier, I call it a little cheat code, is that I grew an audience. I grew a big support team. So anytime I played these venues, everybody who knew my music came out. Like
that's what's up, man.
I even did put together my own concert because as I was getting booked for these venues, I started to see that, I really have a cult of people coming out to see me every time. 50 to 100 people every time I do a show. So I'm like, wow, like I can actually put together my own show, cut the middleman out, which I did. Me and my homeboy put
Gotta
this record
do that.
together ourselves, and it was amazing. Sold our own tickets. I had my lady, she printed them out. So we even have a ticket person. Like my lady actually created the tickets, printed them out. We sold them. We did the Eventbrite and everything like that. At the door, I had a door person. I hired everybody, like everybody I knew. Like person I was cool with did the door. Another person I was cool with did the merch. And just that experience to be able to control all of that was a good vibe, and it showed me exactly where I could take this thing.
Real talk, because, you know, it was all about your brand at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, you got to stand
Absolutely.
on your brand. Now, with these radio shows, you know, how do you feel about radio shows nowadays? Like, you know, with co-hosts, do you think they playing a position as far as, you know, like breaking new artists? How you feel about that?
I feel that a lot of these radio shows, they kind of wait until the person is a staple in music, which I feel defeats the purpose of actually, you know, digging for gold. Like I came up in an era where people dig for gold, where, you know, you heard about that new artist because of that DJ, you know, or you heard about that new artist because of that radio show. A person actually was like, yo, this person is dope, them to be a part of the show. And it's with that, it's like, for me, it's kind of bittersweet because you have so much talent out there, and I see it myself because I got an A&R spirit. Even though I'm an artist, I have an A&R spirit. Drago El Fuego, one of the artists that's on my album that's no longer here with us, he was a guy that, you know, I seen on YouTube. I met him, and he wasn't doing music, and I seen his stuff on YouTube. I'm like, bro, you dope. Yo, let's make something happen. He started out as my hype man, and then end up being a great artist and a person or artist people loved. That element is gone. You know, the A&R
I agree with you.
It's now the social media is now the new A&Rs. Once you go viral, that's the A&R process right there. There's nobody actually going out there in the projects or going to that corner on St. Nick
putting up
and
posters.
saying, yo, this dude is dope. Yeah, putting out posts, all that stuff. It's like that element is gone. So for me, it's like radio stations, they have a significance once you become that staple. It makes sense. But what about that artist that's, you know, they don't know how to put the footwork in or know how to make the moves and connection, and they just need that person to say, yo, you dope, this is what we're going to do with you.
Exactly.
Or you dope, come on my show, and I need people to see what you did. Because I have friends that's talented, but they may not be as social, or they may not be as, you know, internet savvy.
Business savvy, right.
Or business savvy. You know, but they need that person to say, yo, listen, I got you. I'm gonna take your talent and expose it like this. Like what you're doing is amazing, being able to be, you know, with the artist, and me and you having conversations back and forth through Messenger and DMs and stuff like that.
Right.
And saying, yo, this is how we're gonna put it together and give people a dope interview. That's dope.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't
that is dope.
We didn't wait until Young Truth was like, you know, A-list or, you know, multi-million. You say, yo, I like what you got going on. You dope. I seen your stuff come across. That's dope. Let's see if we can put something together. Like that's what's missing in with all these other radio shows, you know?
You got to keep it authentic, you know? Like, I feel like these shows are so generic, you know, and you got to give the youth a chance, you know what I'm saying, to spend on the legacy of hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't say nobody's past their time. I mean, that's for whatever. But, you know, as far as music, you know, you got to bring the authentic music through. And because I think hip-hop is so one-sided now. All genres are one-sided, you know? We got to have all kind of different spectrums of music coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We definitely do. I also feel any other genre is kind of one-sided over the rest because they got this thing where they say, you know, once you reach a certain age, it's pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? And you got these rock and roll artists, you know, playing venues until they grave and can't move around and can't walk. You know, and
definitely.
Hip hop, they always just like, oh, once you reach 30, it's quiet for you, or once you reach 40, it's quiet. music is good. Music is good music, and if you're able to shift culture, inspire people, because that's what music is for. Music is to inspire. So if you're able to
I
do
agree
that,
with you.
it doesn't matter how long or how old you are or how long you've been doing it. You still serving purpose. There's still a place for you, and that's why I salute, that Camp Griselda, Benny the Butcher and Westside Gunn. These are some people that have been inspiring me lately, being the age they was and got signed in their late 30s, and Westside Gunn is 39, and then you got Conway the Machine, which is 42, and you got Freddie Gibbs, that's like 42, and these guys
they still
is like
making good music.
Good music and basically lead and rap like right now. That era, they made it to it. They made it cool to want to have something to say again. Where before, and not trying to shut down anybody's craft, because good craft is good craft. I enjoy, all types of music, even the new age turn up type stuff. I enjoy it when it comes on. My kids dance to it, and I enjoy it. But I just miss being able to put on an album and just listen to a joint and be inspired and want to go out and do something, and listening to a record and I'd be like, yo, I feel that same way right now. Listening to a Biggie Smalls Everyday Struggle and saying, wow, I know that feeling as well. I woke up some days and felt that. Or listen to a Tupac Changes.
It's about making timeless music. Yeah, we need a healthy balance. I agree with you. And also, it's about making timeless music,
Yeah.
Where you can hear it 10 years later. But, yo, we're going to get into your track right now. So we going into your album. Go get that. You know what I mean? You are God. And the first track right here is Birth the Hustler. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Talk. Talk. I knew I was a boss before I said I was. Old Harlem like I'm better, had to double up. If you ever played the corner, then you one of us. 70-30 was a split, I know it wasn't much. The streets done turn a nigga to a hustler. Let's get this money, man. Okay, shit. Streets done turn a nigga to a talk. This that stash packed on the car tires. Death to any rock clock who wore wires. Surrounded by the real, them niggas all liars. I pay a fiend to get it done. I hope you like surprises. Rap Michael Myers, passenger and pilot. Ain't gotta question who the flyers. I took shit the highest. How could I be afraid of hell? I've been through the fire. Know what it feel like to lose. I'm preaching to the choir. The streets done turn a nigga to a hustler. Shit. The streets done turn a nigga to a what? Gotta get it. Streets done turn a nigga to a hustler. It's fucked up when your blood turn bitch. Thick in the water, but real and fake, I can't mix. Start with a quarter, got to an ounce in a few flips. You in your bag, must be body size, I get it zipped. We gon' make it rich, I got to. Stay away from niggas who say I got you, but don't really got you. It's like when you make it big, they can't wait to pocket. I think niggas hate when you look like you just hit the lotto. Far from a role model, but I give them hope. I'm the one who overcame when they said I won't. See my niggas put in pain, yeah they do the most. Break bread and when we done, get a different loaf. Young fucking the game up, we was pitching soap. That wasn't cool, but back then, we just didn't know. Shit, we used to pluck the roaches out the cereal. Now promoters drop a bag just to do the show. The streets done turn a nigga to a hustler. Shit, yo, the streets done turn a nigga to a streets done turn a nigga to a hustler. Back.
Yeah, that track is tight right there, bro.
I appreciate it's like that whole concept is like dope to me, even from the visuals. Like I just wanted to show a different perspective of what hustling is and what it is to me. You know, I grew up seeing guys on the corners and, you know, not shutting them down, you know, because they did what they felt was appropriate. They wasn't exposed to the things that I know now as far as different ways that you could generate income and things like that. So, you know, they did what they felt was necessary. But just learning from, you know, those older cats and tapping into my own genius and my own power, I see that I can hustle in different ways. You know, like I have a company called Universe Holistic. And I send you the link and everything once we're done with the interview. You could check it out. Basically,
I'm definitely gonna check it out.
You know, it has like, you know, we got sea moss, you know, sea moss gel, sea moss capsules, elderberry syrup, oil of oregano. These different holistic ways of healing the body naturally instead of just, you know, running a big pharma and, you know, getting a prescription and having to refill it every month. Just learning how to eat healthier. You know, I've been plant-based for 2 years. So
I like that.
I turned my passion into, I turned my passion into, you know, a way to provide for my family. And when you watch the video, you will see that. You will see me pulling up to the juice bars, a scene where I pull up to the juice bar and, you know, I sell them the sea moss. Yeah, and then we, you know, that juice bar, Ivy Juice Bar. Shout out to Ivy Juice Bar. Anybody that's tuned in, if you near the Bronx, if you're in Harlem, wherever you are in New York City, and you pass through the Bronx, make sure you check out Ivy Juice Bar. That's one of my clients. I provide CMOS for, and they make dope smoothies, a dope more smoothie using the CMOS that I provide. And it's a better option than just getting the protein powders. Because if you look in the back of the protein powders, you see a whole lot of different chemicals you can't even identify with, a whole lot of ingredients can't even pronounce, and I'm in a place now where everything I put in my temple I need to identify with. So
exactly, I agree with you fully.
Juice Bar.
Yeah, everybody definitely check that out. You already know. And what's crazy, you brought us something real, like pharma. You know, that's witchcraft right there. We know about pharma. You know, that's a Greek word. So we know what time it is, and like. Coming from a Western society, everything is a pill, pop a pill, instead of going to the nutrients and the herbs. And I mean, that's coming from a Western perspective, you know. So it's good that you incorporate that and you turn that into a business, you know, because people want to eat better in these times. You know, you need your vitamin D. We ain't getting the sun. You know, all kind of things that's going on in the world. We know what they doing, chemtrails, blocking this and that. We know. Like we know in tune.
We definitely know it, man. Yeah, we definitely in tune. Like we even built on that type of time, you know, outside of the music, which was real dope. You know what I'm saying? We was able to build on certain things like that. It's like our job in a sense to, you know, at least feed people that information. And sometimes, you know, people could be overbearing with it. But what I like to do, what I learned how to do, is kind of mix the medicine with the food and tuck the messages in there, to where, you know, you watch a video and instead of, you know, and it's all good. Seeing all that stuff is good. You got to have a healthy balance of everything. So instead of seeing, you know, a person in the video with stacks of bread and, you know, waving pistols and AKs videos, instead of seeing all that stuff, I wanted to show people something a little bit different, you know, where and it can inspire somebody. Like even with that Birds for Hustler video, one of my favorite scenes is when I was talking to the youngin and I was telling him, you know, he was on a bench doing what he do, you know, getting his money the way most people get their bread. And I asked him a question. I said, you know, what you good at, what you like to do? And then he said, in the video, I like art. And I broke down the art game. Like, you know how many people appreciate art and how much you can make off of selling a piece?
Yes, you can. You can make a lot of money off art.
Right now, it's people flipping and selling paintings left to right, buying them
millions of dollars,
thousands of dollars, and then 5 years later it's worth $2 million and stuff like that. So the art world is a world that we can all tap into. I see, you know, I got exposed to it due to rappers like Swiss Beats and Jay-Z. They always talk about art, and I'm like, why they always talking about the John Michel's and the all these other different artists? Like, why they reference these people so much? So for me, I like to go to the root of everything. that's how I do my research. I go to the root of things, not just the flashy part, just the
definitely got to do that.
Why they talk about this? So I started to realize, like, wow, this is a real community, it's a real industry, and people are buying paintings for as low as $1,000, pressed behind the paintings. 4 years later, that painting is 1.2, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, we all had access to $1,000 before. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
we do. Definitely.
Even if it wasn't at one time, like, we all ran across $1,000 before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
right.
Even if it was 200 there, 100 there, whatever the case, we all had access to $1,000, and it's like, damn, I could really buy a painting for $1,000 and create press around it, where I have publicists write up about the painting. Whenever there's an art basel, see if the administrators can actually have my piece in that hall for as long as the basel is open, and then it increases value due to the attraction and the press behind the paintings. And then you have people inquiring and wanting to bid and buy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow.
Yeah, it turns into a waging war. What's crazy is it's like, we are the art. We're living art. You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm tired of people capitalizing off of us. You know,
right. They'll
see it, extract it, take credit for it. That time is done. That's over.
Yeah, it's done. That time is over now. It starts with us. You know what I'm saying? This is why I wanted to share. Even with this interview, I can make it all about, Young True, but it's like I still feel compelled to just want to share info because it's
real.
So necessary during these times,
Yes, it is. I mean, if people don't see the message and hear the message, they definitely going to hear it in the music, because when I seen that, I was like, wow, I didn't hear that in a while, you know what I'm saying? And the whole visual behind it, you know what I'm saying? And the beat and everything, And I was like, wow, from that, like, a minute, I was like, oh, man, on point with it.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Definitely. And salute to you, too, for doing what you're doing, man. Like,
appreciate that.
I'm going to continue to support what you do, because what you're doing is amazing, tapping into people. You actually tapping in with these artists, and that's a lost art form in itself. Everybody want to sit back and, use pride and not want to reach out or not want to engage or sit on a high horse and everything. But it's dope to connect with people. We here to connect with each other and vibe with each other and learn from each other and build together. So that there is like, we got to do. That's the way we get ahead.
Because I mean, look, all these social networks, right? Like, that's what it's for, about networking. Like, people are scared of other people going through the same thing you go through every single day. So you could be the engineer. You could be entrepreneur. We got to build, man. Like, we got to build. We got to capitalize on the moment right now. There's no more time to, reach out to that person. You know what I'm saying? You respect that. See, this is the thing. A lot of people got pride. So I feel like if I like something and I respect what you're doing, you got your business, salute to you. Like, people won't even repost your music. Like, to each his own, but you know what I'm saying? It's more like, what part of the game is that? It's corny to me.
Yeah.
That's it. You see somebody doing something, you got your brand. Let's network, let's talk. Let's try to do something constructive. But we're going to get into another track off your album, You Are God. So go cop that. We're going to get into this track right here, Truth Almighty. And who produced this, man?
J. White Beats. Shout out to J. White Beats.
All right, let's get it. Yeah.
Jesus was black. The Bible would have said so.
But it does say so.
What are you talking about?
I read about it. It's in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. I read about it in Muhammad's speech. It says, his hair is like wool, and his eyes are like flame of fire.
Oh, Lord have mercy. It sure do say that, don't it?
J. White, the great.
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, culture, freedom. I got the power, I know you see it. Meditation, the sword, I use that to fight demons. Straight for the kill, I ain't bobbing and weaving. I'ma get this money no matter the season. I'll be happy to greet it. You know it's all abundant like I planted a seed in the group from a tree. They say they need money, but money need me. Shit, I'm back like I said I would. God body, I can do what the strippers could. When niggas call it magic, I call it habit. Fuck all the latest fashion, I want it, I manifested. I'm tapped in. You couldn't see what's on my mind with a cat scan. I'm outstanding, I could have been part of Gap Band. They making noise, I'm on their heels like a tap dance. I'm like a stockbroker, how a nigga bring them racks in. Almighty praise due while I count cheese. I'ma touch a meal, I don't chase dreams. Cash rules, I'm about cream. I just wanna roll like the big league. I'm Niger with locks and brown skin. I'm ball 23 in the dirt and we down 10. Classic like purple tape. Shout out Shaolin. How you claim a king with a soul of a palm within? Crown him, the one who got the game all shook. Call a spade a spade. I don't play it by the book. Whatever cards I'm dealt. Me fold. Tough times pass like magic. No look. I'm too sick. Leveled up on my own hoes like this is a new phone. Who this? Low frequency. Nowadays I treat them like I'm scared of ACS. I won't hit. Dig me. Use the energy to get richer. Took big L's, now I see the big picture. Intuition, I trust it just like they trust scripture. Rose sipper, life got more glitter. Almighty praise due while I count cheese. I'ma touch a meal, I don't chase dreams. Cash rules, I'm about cream. I just wanna roll like the big league.
Yeah, that's that heat. Yeah, we back on. I'm definitely feeling that.
Yeah, Almighty. Shout out to J White Beats, my brother. I appreciate you for all the hard work that you do. All the times I gave you those headaches because you sent a whole bunch of beats, and I was like, that ain't it, bruh. But you still staying firm. You still stand firm, bruh, and you pull through. And I'll be giving my producers a little bit of headache, you know what I'm saying, because I'm so picky when it comes to production, because I feel like that's the driving force of music. And, you know, and me and my brothers, man, like I said, all these producers, they my family. So we really have a synergy, we really have a relationship where we be like, nah, that's it. Sometimes I record things and they be like, yo, Truth, like we got to do another joint. That one wasn't it. And we need that. We need those people in our corner that's going to give us the real and really allow us to grow by applying certain pressure. You know? That's a fact. I had some people speaking of barking. I got some people barking on me right now. Like, oh, Troop, I've been on the line. I'm trying to call through. But
they got to press one. Press one. If you want to talk, press one.
Yeah, if you tune in.
I see the people online.
Right now, press one. If you tuned in and you're listening, press one. All right? Everybody press one.
Facts. All right, we got a caller right now. Caller, you online. Let's get it.
Hey, good evening, y'all. It's Kyrie. What's good, y'all?
Chilling. Good evening. What's going on, bro?
Good evening, guys. Shut Up Down Radio. Young Truth, man. What's good?
What's going on, Kyrie? That's my brother, man. Kyrie, that's my guy. What's up, bro? Love you, G.
Good, man. It's calling in to support you and support the show. You know, thank you for having Truth on the show. He's been working hard for many years and building every day and every moment for this project, and you know, giving him an opportunity to promote his music and his brand. The project is amazing. It's a great body of work. It's consistent. You guys are gonna go through it, but you know, I just wanted to come on quick and shout out and give everybody have a good evening. You know,
definitely, man. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
You already know, man.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go, but yo, Truth, keep it going, keep it moving, keep pushing for greatness, and I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, take care.
All right,
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Real talk. All callers, press one. You want to talk? You know what I mean? Well, enjoy the show. We got another caller. Caller, you online? Let's get it.
What's up, y'all? I'm checking in. This Zay Banko from Harlem.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? I wanna give a major shout out to you, man. Shut 'em Down Radio. And I want to give a major shout out to Young Truth. I want to give a major shout out to Young Truth, man. He came a long way. I'm his little brother. I watched him come from the bottom, and just this album he put out, I'm proud of him, man. He definitely did it with this one, you know. And I like all the turning up music, and he know what I like to listen to. But this right here, I really felt it due to the tragedy, you know, this pandemic, we losing grandma, whatever. So he definitely put on for the city. We will appreciate him.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. That's my little bro, man. I got him by 9 years, and
right.
I changed his guy pants and all that. But right now in my music career, he's been so supportive. You know what I'm saying, even with the investment part, because as you know, it takes a lot of money to do music, from video shoots to studio. A lot of money. We even got to put together some bread for a PR, and he's helping me with all that. So I salute you, Zay Benko. I love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you too, man. You know I'm here for it all, man. Keep up the good work, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go now, all right, man?
All right, peace, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, we got another caller. Caller, you online? Let's get it.
Hey, what's goody? This is your girl, Lisa Beats. How you doing, Truth?
I'm fine.
Beast.
How you doing?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Yeah, man. I'm doing
Lisa
fantastic
Beast.
as well.
She produced this the producer that produced one of the tracks on there. She's also featured on there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
talk about the track a little bit. Yeah, talk about the track a little bit. Like, I want you to just tell them, like, you know, where your mind was at when you produced that record. Like, I even want to know. I never asked you that question.
Okay. Well, definitely when I made that track, I definitely had Truth in mind, you know, being into Griselda Records and all that. Like, I took the time to really listen to them because I know, like, you know, he's, like, along those lines and all that. So I was listening to their music. And I just bought, like, a new beat pack and everything. So I was just, you know, exploring that. You know, like, for a producer, that's like Christmas, you feel me? So I decided to delve into it. And I worked on this beat, and I was like, yo, this shit's fire. Like, it just sounds spooky. I'm like, yo. And I sent it to him, and then he sent me the track back with, you know, which was Manifestation, and he was like, I need you on the hook. I was like, say less. I came up with that shit like under an hour, you know what I mean, laid it down. And, you know, I definitely, you know, because I noticed that he's been more so delving more into his personal past at the same time I have. So for me to tap in and do that hook was nothing because I'm along those same lines as well. You know, just getting to know the universe and everything, and you know, everything you put out in the universe, you get back. You know, how everything's reciprocal, like energy and all that shit. Like, you know what I mean? So that was so easy for me, and we've always been into each other, like, for about 15 years now. And you know, that's like my brother, like my mom had him. You know, I love him, and pretty much I'm so proud of you for this album, for this project. This came out to be an absolute classic. Shout out to all the other producers on it, YMGM. Definitely, you know, shout out to all the other producers. Like, everybody did their thing on this project, and you know, that's all I have to say about it. I'm super proud. I already listened to it about
salute to the producers. Definitely salute to the producers too, because you know, making them beats, it take a lot. You know, cutting edge beats, and definitely we gonna have a producer night. So I'll tap you into that, you know what I'm saying? We'll get different producers on here, and you have to display, you know, your talent. Real talk.
Let's do it.
Real talk.
Yeah, I love you, sis. I appreciate you, sis. I love you, man. I'm going to tap in with you.
I love you too, bro. Just keep striving, bro. Keep climbing. Climbing, King.
All right, peace, yo. Peace. Now, I think we got another caller online. Maybe you're online. Let me see. Let me take off everybody. Let me see right quick. Yo, Truth.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I think we got everybody. But definitely, we're going to get into this last track, and we're going to get up out of here. So this track right here, Tenfold. Talk to the people about it. Let's get it. Featuring Smoke DZA.
Yeah, Smoke DZA. This is really a dream come true for me. Tenfold. The song is about, you know, actually, you know, losing things, or sometimes people feel like they're taking 3 steps forward to take 5 steps back. but I got this thing in mind where I feel like, you know, when you're a real hustler and you really are inspired by what you do and you really believe in what you do, you're gonna get it back tenfold.
You're gonna attain it.
So,
yeah, you're gonna get what you need.
Yes.
You definitely gotta grind for it.
Yes, and Smoke DZA is one of my favorite artists. Like, when I tell you I've been watching this guy and I always wanted to do a song with him. He's from Harlem. He's like one of the Harlem vets. And I got a record with him, and that right there is like a big reward to me. So this is Tenfold, a.k.a. Get It Back. This is produced by Bonafide Beats. That's my brother. Much love.
Let's get it, man. Shut him down. Yeah.
Bonafide Beats.
I've been up, I've been down, been getting to it since sugar was sipping Cristal. I took L's, few letters later, caught a W. They double back to an M, I'm trying to touch a few. Can't relate if you crying broken, you comfortable. All it takes is a little cheese like a Lunchable. Yeah, they tried to put me in the box, ran through the jungle, came out that bitch in fur socks. Whoa, either you win the game or you watch. Calling every art, they whip coke in the pot. Whoa. Hand in hand like I'm giving the death front line. Waiting for the smoke, I ain't playing it back. Used to flip on the mattress, then they told me to flip a pack. I had to bring back 70. These wanna know my name like I'm Kevin C. So I had to sway in the morning like I'm Heather B. Get it back. Real hustlers lose it and get it back. Chicken re-up on bitches while you spinning that. Show some niggas who best friend is the rental rap. Get it back. Real hustlers lose it and get it back.
Push God, bitch.
Some niggas who best friend is the rental rap.
Really?
I remember I lost it, I had to get it back.
Check my credentials, high off my influence, OG, essentials, NY, my Timbos, cold game, your product is in limbo. Meanwhile, I'm doing my thing like I've been no. We up like I paid Pablo in case I go. Santel, lay labo, I taste my flow. Biscotti blunt, should I face my roles, my agenda? If not that, Luigi, it's the Kimbo. Front line and center, I like my chicks caramel or Ingo. Whatever's whatever, just don't be ginger. Your game, return to sender. Think I was on the bender, curve your narrative quick. How you wrapped around my finger, curve your old lady twice. She still on me, linger. Poor Linda, going I spy like gold member. Cold game, baby, I'm from cold winters. Shoot your shot, but make sure you watch for the goaltender.
Get it back. Real hustlers lose it and get it back. Chicken re-up on bitches while you spinning that. Show some niggas who best friend is the rental rap. Get it back. Real hustlers lose it and get it back. Know some niggas who best friend is the rental rap. I remember I lost it, I had to get it back.
Young Truth. Kush God.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That ride out. Yeah, Truth.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate
this. Yeah, I can hear you. I appreciate this interview, man. I'm so excited to be on this press run. You know, I've been putting together this whole press run. And I just want to say one thing before we close out. I know we wrapping up there, you know, because I know this show will most likely be pre-save as well. So I know people will be able to come back and tune in. And just to the artists out there, because I have a lot of artists hitting me up. They see me and they think that, like, you know, I'm, you know, multi-million and stuff already because the way I move. It's
right.
You got to start living at the end goal. You know, we do too much of saying one day I'm gonna make it, or I can't wait until, or I probably can. Like I don't like talking like that. I like to live at the end goal. So when I move, I do things as if I'm already in that position. I think about what it's gonna look like with me being in the position that I want to be in, and I start living life like that. Like me and my brother, that Zay Benko, we doing the billboard on 42nd Street. We doing that because That's what we want to see for ourselves. We want to see one of us on 42nd on the Billboard, so we invest in that. We wanted to put together a dope project. We did that. I wanted Smoke Dizza on the album. I did not wait until I was like a popular big artist to do that. I went and made sure that happened. So I say all that to say, don't wait on your dreams. You're only dreaming when you sleep. When you up, it's a reality. So live your reality. We no longer live in our dreams. We are living our reality. Anything that you want to do, you go out and you make it happen. Put a plan together and you execute. All right? So this is to all the artists that hit me up in my DM and they ask me these questions, how do you do it? I simply just live in the end feeling. What it look like with me being at that place that I actually want to be at, and I wake up every day and I do exactly that. Shut them down, Radio. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Harlem, New York City. Always giving me much love.
Definitely. And Young Truth, let me get a drop for Shut 'em Down Radio. Let's get it.
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. It's the God, Young Truth. And I'm here locked in with Shut 'em Down Radio. Holla.
Yes, sir. And definitely go get his project, You a God, is out now. You know what I mean? Yes, so we out. And anytime you want to come on the show, you always welcome, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Much love.
All right, one. Yeah, we just rocked out with Young Truth. Go get that. We're going to play a song, and let's get out of here. Get it, Young Truth. Yeah.